Let me talk about identity just a moment. Identity, who we are, what we are. Identity, identical. The search for truth, in essence, is a search for the real identity, the genuine identity. Ultimately, that search for the genuine identity is a search for God, because we find out that God is the only identity on the scene. But let's come back home to right here, right now, which inevitably includes a me sense, the me who is listening to a tape recording, or the me who is talking into a microphone in the process of making a tape recording, the me sense. What is the me sense identity? The me sense identity is the one we've lugged around with us from the beginning. The me sense identity is the one that never knows what to do. The me sense identity is the one that does too much or doesn't do enough, that eats too much or doesn't eat enough, that exercises too much or doesn't exercise enough, that says the right thing or the wrong thing, that makes the right investment or the wrong investment, that stands up when it should sit down and sits down when it should stand up. The me sense identity is the one that's a few days and full of trouble. Well, what about this me sense? Well, one thing we know about the me sense is that it seems wrapped up in a body that has 2 feet and 2 hands and a head and eyes and ears and all that sort of thing. The me sense is contained within a body that goes by a certain name: Bill, Rachel, Mary, John, Jesus. The me sense seems to be limited in time and space. It always occupies a point in time and space. The me sense always says, I am here, and you are over there. The me sense is bound by time. It says, I was born on such and such a date. I will probably live so many years. I am at present so many years old. And the me sense says, my well-being hinges on how well this body feels, how well it is attired, and how many dollars it's got in the bank. The me sense is a few days and full of trouble. It never has enough dollars. It never has enough happiness. It never has enough friends. If it has dollars, they're lost. If it has friends, they're fickle. On its hands, it doesn't know what to do with it. And if it doesn't have time on its hands, it wishes it did. The me sense is always concerned about the body sense and how I feel. The me sense looks in the mirror and says, my, I'm getting old. The me sense says, oh my, another wrinkle, another gray hair. The me sense says, oh, how time is flying. Here the holidays are on us again. Well, what about this me sense? The me sense says, this life that is mine is made up primarily of consciousness, awareness. I am aware, the me sense says. I am aware at the moment of listening to a tape on a tape recorder. I am aware at the moment of making a tape. I am aware at the moment of sitting in my little study here, listening to the buzz of yon little refrigerator, hoping that the furnace doesn't turn on and drown out all the sound, hoping that the dogs won't bark outside again and mess up another tape. The me sense says, I am aware of people, places, and things. The me sense says, I am aware of a body in time and space. And this is what identity is to the me sense. A body in time and space that's so many years old, that has had this experience or that one. Well now, what alternative have we for identity? As we begin here with the me sense, one thing we have to be absolutely positive about is that awareness is. But let's define what the genuine identity is right here at the moment. The me sense says, I am aware, because if the me sense couldn't say, I am aware, the me sense wouldn't exist at all. Because awareness is absolutely essential for life. As a matter of fact, the me sense says awareness and life are synonymous terms. I am aware. I am alive. This living is awareness going on. And it all belongs to me. As the words of the song go, it all belongs to me. And who is the me? Why, to the me sense, me is the one who owns this awareness that is aware right here, right now, listening to these words. Now, when the answer to identity has been found by what we call the lights of the world, the prime movers, the founders of the great religions, the mystics. When identity has been discovered, lo and behold, a strange thing happens. Awareness is retained, and the me sense that owns awareness is seen for the idiocy and the nothingness it is. Now, let me say that again. Because, folks, as I sit here and talk to you now, I have no papers before me to read. I have no notes to work from. This comes from the heart I am. When identity is discovered, awareness is retained, but the me sense is let go. Right here, right now, awareness listens to the words on this tape recording. Awareness hears. Awareness sees. Awareness feels. All the seeing that has ever taken place is taking place within this awareness, right here. All the hearing that has ever taken place or ever will take place takes place right here within this awareness. We can't get outside this awareness to make certain that any hearing takes place anywhere else, or that any seeing takes place anywhere else, or that any feeling takes place anywhere else. So awareness then is basic, but as I say, the me sense is let go. The me sense, that which says, this is my awareness.